Yes.
Very good, isn't he? Great.
Yes.
All right.
Love
Well done.
that.
Right.
Welcome to another video. This is going to be a special one. You know who this guy is. I don't need to introduce who he is. It's Daniel Grieve, by the way. Short game expert, probably the world's best short game coach, I would say.
You're asking me?
Well, that's what's titled in everyone's video, basically.
Right.
But it is true. Obviously, I used to play on tour. Dan transformed my short game, but I don't really get to play too much anymore. You actually just made a comment how shiny my practice balls are.
They're absolutely brand new, aren't they?
Because I've not been practicing. So I do struggle my short game. I hate to use this word, but borderline yips, I would say. So I would love to just get a couple of tips if possible, please.
Indeed, yeah. And
transform it.
well, we transformed it back in the day.
Yes.
And then obviously you've let it slip.
Just a little bit.
And it's come back, isn't it?
It has.
Because if we go back, I mean, we started working when you were, I remember you were playing for England as an amateur, and you had aspirations to turn pro. And your short game was an issue back then, I do remember, and we spent hours down here, didn't we? This just opened here, the Tavistock area at Woburn, and we put a lot of time into it. A lot of good fun, didn't we, as well? A lot of fun over the years.
Even when it's in down with rain,
we've been down here in all weathers, haven't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely all weathers. It's nice to get a sunny day today. And I've got to say, I've had a lot of success coaching players and getting major wins and all these sort of things with players are fantastic. I've got to say, I remember when you got your card. That was one of my most favourite memories as a coach. Because
nice.
I remember you calling me. I still remember when you called me.
Yeah.
You were crying down the phone. It was fantastic.
Oh, don't tell them that.
All right, so we're going to see if we can get it back. Okay, I haven't seen you hit any shots yet, so I'm hoping we're not right back to the drawing board, but we'll see. So you were saying you're feeling anxious over the ball?
Yeah, massively. My short game area at my home club is actually in front of the clubhouse.
Right.
So I would avoid practicing my short game.
Because you've got people sitting out having a drink
exactly.
and they're just watching
I'd much
you.
rather just go out on the golf course. And long game's always been my thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's always been my strength.
Yeah.
But at one point, my short game was probably the best part of my game.
Yeah, you definitely got to a strong level.
But it's one of those things when you stop playing, it's such a finesse part of your game, right? It's a feel game where I've just absolutely lost that through my fingertips. So.
Okay, and what sort of results are you getting? Just a mixed bag of
just
heavy strikes, thin strikes?
Worst, yeah.
Okay.
I just think I'm grounding the club too early.
Right.
But I also have a lot of things going through my mind, and I know we've spoken about this before, where when you associate yips as a psychological problem, we've talked about how actually it just comes down to your technique, because if that breaks down, that affects your psychology.
I'm a big believer
right?
if you're technically good, you're going to be mentally good if you get enough reps. And so something in your technique has slipped. That's made you a little bit anxious of what's happening at impact and the ground.
Massively.
That then gets into here, and then we get these involuntary movements. But anyway, we'll see what's going on.
Is that something you've ever experienced? You don't know what it's like to have yips because you're just a flusher around the greens.
No, I don't get the yips, but I think you've almost got to care a bit more to have the yips as well. No, I don't compete at all. I just go out there and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But no, I don't tend to get the yips too much. But I can understand. I sometimes get a little bit anxious on tee shots, so maybe there's a little bit more.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah. Right now, we got a pin there. What's 20 yards on, and what loft have you got?
I've got 50, 54, or a 58 in my bag. I mean, naturally, I see the shot as a 50.
Okay.
Just a bit more of like a bump and
fine. You use what you normally do, and I'll just watch you hit 3 shots, and I'll be able to get started.
And I also think this is even worse, the fact that the camera's out, because I just feel very exposed right now. But we're going to keep it real.
Don't worry, you spend your life on camera.
I know, but I don't need to hit the shots. I hold the mic now, not the club. It's much better.
So that was kind of a little thin, wasn't it? Is that sort of, it might have looked okay on camera strike-wise, but I could hear it.
If the mic was there, it would sound different. It's very inconsistent, isn't it?
All right, it's going to 2 more for me.
Okay.
I can see exactly what's going on, by the way. So I want like a mid-flight, bit more of a spin shot.
Slightly softer shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it came out extremely flat.
Yeah.
And drivey. Is that what you get on the cam? I mean, the strike wasn't too bad, but it wasn't really the flight I'm looking for. My
issue here, from the very first shot to that one, the strikes are very different. I just think it's massively inconsistent. I think that's my nerves kicking in. I've got lots of different things flying through my mind. I don't know if I should open up, swing left, or stay closed and be nice and shallow and try and clip it, release my hands. There's a gazillion things going through my mind.
Do you feel more anxious on when you got to flight up in the air a bit or less?
No. If anything, I actually prefer that because then I have a bit more speed in my swing.
Okay.
It's almost the really simple ones that I don't like. Oh.
Yeah, so all of those shots aren't really, I would describe as pure. Right, you've remembered some things from those years ago,
Yeah.
right? But there's certainly some things we need a bit of a recap on.
Yeah.
Right. You're quite tight and sort of anxious with the arms. They're very rigid, so we need to soften up a little bit. Because you're quite anxious, you've done what a lot of players would do. They'll just sort of keep creeping that ball further and further back and put more and more sharply in. And that's just you trying to desperately get some sort of contact on it. But you are taking all of the bounce off the club. And you can chip this way if you want to, but my word, you have to be perfect. Yeah. You have to be absolutely perfect to get that.
And then if it's quite soft on the ground, that's when you just...
Exactly. So we need to improve the setup a little. We need to soften you up and move ball forward. And you've kind of got that outside your right foot, just inside your right heel. And we need to get the arms softer. But really what you're doing in your swing, you become very kind of linear, like your arms are going here and you've got a lot of drive this way, you've got a lot of lag, and you've got an extremely wide arc through the ball. So just turn to camera, so you're very much wide this way through the shot. What we're going to get you doing is really getting your triceps more connected to your rib cage and a little bit more understanding where the hand path wants to go, a little bit more in to in.
Okay.
So it's going to be far more rotational.
Yeah.
We're going to get the club on the ground a lot longer, rather than this sort of long driving strike there.
That's me trying to guarantee some sort of
exactly.
strike,
No, exactly. That's just you saying just praying to try and get a contact.
That was pure.
But it's come off like a rocket. Yeah. And that's the problem if you get the ball first there. Whereas what you want to do is get to a technical point where I've hit that 2 inches before the ball and look how much softer it's come off, and see how the club's just sliding on the turf there. And when you start trusting the ground, when you start actually trusting that the club can slide on the ground, you see, it just makes it a million times easier because you know you don't need to be perfect. Yeah. Right, so set up to it. Just let your arms hang totally natural as if we're just chilling, chatting away. You see how your arms fold slightly? Yeah. That's how your arms should sit on the grip. Yeah. Does that, you understand that? Can you feel that, yeah? So you feel like these are flexing into you, yeah? Yeah. Okay. So that's your normal grip pressure, is it? Let me just test it. So don't cheat it. Go normal for you.
Oh, normal. I was a bit like that, wasn't I?
Yeah, so if 0 isn't holding it, 10's as tight as it gets, you're about a 7. And I want you to be a 4 for this shot. Okay. So just go back to that soft arm hang. Yeah, does that feel a bit softer now? Yeah.
Also feels like it's a bit more in my fingertips almost.
Excellent, yeah, good. What, less than your thumbs?
Kind of in my hands, yeah.
Yeah, great. That's good. That's a good feel. Also, you're almost getting too far on the left here as well. Almost like tipping too much. So just come back a little bit. Okay. A little bit more onto your right hand side.
Oh, I need to do like a little shimmy before I do it. So better pressure there. Yeah,
that's better. Now, good. Now we're in business. Right, now we've got a chance now. Right. Now from here, I want you to feel like you're going to work your hands a little bit more in this way, like your right hip's going to work behind you a bit more. You're the right hip. That's it. So you can move behind you a bit. And then from there, you're working more this way. Actually, drop the club on the ground. This will be the best drill for you. It's something you can do anywhere, right? Thumbs together, hands back as far as they go, like that. Yeah. As far as they go. That's it. Elbows in. Yeah. That's good. Perfect. Right. Keep the triceps connected and just make a movement back and movement through. Have you noticed what's happening? What do you say is starting to happen?
Everything's like just flowing.
Have you noticed where your hand path's going?
Much more in.
Yeah, 2.
Rather than
and then that's it, good, and do it again. Go through this time. Have you noticed where the hands are going this side? Yeah. So normally you're going to be out here. Yeah. You're driving, extending away. Very hard to manage the bottom of the arc now, but yeah.
I do this every day.
So if we can get you moving like this with a club in your hand, you're in business.
I'll just go to Tesco's, queue up for my food shopping. I just do this. Yeah.
Right, so this is the feeling. Here we go. You feel that? Just take it back and stop. There. How's that feel? Does it feel different at all?
Simple, really.
Okay. Does it feel like you've moved a bit onto the right hand side? Like you've rotated
bit.
more this way?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, and now here we go. That way.
Yeah.
Again. That way. Right, let's hit one together.
Is that possible?
It is possible. Don't worry, this will be flush. Watch it. So here we go. Ready? Off we go. Right.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
How did that feel?
It feels as though my wrists are dead. Whereas before my wrists were very active and I was cheating it to take it on the inside. Yeah. So we're achieving that this time with the elbows more in the rib cage, but my wrists are flatter.
Yeah, good.
So it's just pure chest that's hitting the ball.
Exactly.
Rather than before my hands would like hit it, which is where the power
I'm doing 3 things here. First thing, I'm pulling this right hip back this way. Yeah. Okay, come back again. Second thing I'm doing is I'm making sure that this left arm, come back again. I'm just making sure this left arm's going to push across this way. You feel that? And then as I'm coming down, I'm actually doing another thing. I'm doing 4 things. I'm pushing the right hip back in front of you, and I'm pinning this left arm in here. Yeah. You feel that pressure there? Yeah. From there, I just want to concentrate on just passing the club through and opening up, okay? I'll have to be a bit stronger with you here. Right, here we go. Okay?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Right, that's it. That's exactly how I want you to chip.
Mate, that's pure.
Yeah, that was pure. So what did you, if you could just sort 3 kind of key points, what would they be for you there that you felt?
For me, key points is everything feels way more connected. My wrists are way quieter than before, and it's a lot more body. It's almost, it feels like my bigger muscles are doing it, rather than before my little muscles would force something.
Yeah, good.
So how much do I need to pay you for you to follow me around every single time I play golf for you to do that to me?
Oh, I don't know if you could afford that.
True. Especially with your day rates these
right,
days.
okay, so hold it with your left hand only. And just put your hand there, and then you can do this yourself then, you see. And then from there, as you get to the top with that, feel like you're stretching the arm.
Yeah.
Apply some pressure of the arm against you.
Yeah.
Here, as you start coming down. Because I want you to feel like it's the bottom of the arm starts to release this way. You see that?
What do you mean by bottom of the arm?
So it's more here. So you don't want you to pull this way. I want you to feel like the pressure is going this way, which allows the club to release this way.
And it forces you to turn onto it, right?
Exactly. Look at your left shoulder. I don't even have to talk about that. So it's working up and around, yeah. So that's good. Right, can you do it on your own now, okay? Can you just take your thumbs off the grip for me and do it now? Hit a shot with the thumbs off the grip. So right hip back, hands work in, thumbs off the grip, see if you can feel anything. Did you feel anything?
Just like a softer kind of grip pressure, I'd say.
Good. Now what I like about that one, you hit it 2 inches heavy and you hit a good shot. Right?
I
now,
think
it wasn't
that's
perfect,
key, isn't it?
but I do actually think you should be celebrating that kind of shot better than the perfect one at the moment, because
sure.
that's telling you actually rewiring your brain, because this anxiety you've got, you almost don't want to go from being where you were to perfect. You've almost got to hit some 2-3 inches heavy but actually get a good result.
I'd much rather that.
And then from there, perfect will start to come. So that was perfect.
Yeah, that's the one.
That was perfect.
Do you guys remember that roller coaster when you were a kid? I don't know if you ever liked this roller coaster.
Yeah.
Is it even a roller coaster?
No, but it's a ship, isn't it?
It's like a massive ship at the bottom, and you rock it back and you can just feel the momentum and the weight of the boat just swinging back and through.
Yeah, exactly.
So by taking my thumbs off, that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
And as soon as I apply any sort of pressure, that boat is not going to rock the same.
It's going to be all over the place, isn't it? Yeah. So you see the difference now is just how much closer this is in here. You see that? Whereas before, where would you be before? Yeah, exactly. Big gap here.
For sure.
Whereas you now?
Perfect. Whereas now is there.
That's it. There you go. That's lovely.
So much softer.
Very good. Just get a little bit more width in that backswing, okay? If you get a little bit short here, your mind's going to be, hang on a minute, you're giving me a 8-yard backswing, I've got a 20-yard shot, what am I going to do? You're going to go there again, right? So you need to be a little bit braver, just with this turn back, which then allows you to be softer here.
Right. That's the one.
That is lovely. That was just pure. Good again. I like that. For anyone watching who does get anxious, I mean, you've got to work on your technique like we've done, 100%. But I can't tell you how important that practice swing is.
Yeah.
I would just be making sure you have a practice swing. Great noise. Can you get like 2 great noises? And then go over the ball. And the only thing you're trying to do is get that noise again. The only thing you're trying to do is get the noise. Yeah. That's it. Don't think about anything other than getting the noise. And if you do get that noise, you've made a better action.
Yes.
Very good, isn't it? Great.
Yes.
All right.
Love
well done.
That.
Right. Should we make it a little tougher? Why don't you just get that sleeve and just really tuck that in there, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
It's the left elbow.
You've got to soften that elbow and just feel like it flexes in here, yeah?
Yeah.
That's so good.
Just so confidence good. As well. Just
played it so nice. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Just glides, doesn't it?
Yeah. That was good. There you go. Now that's as good as it gets.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I genuinely felt very nervous at the start.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit more confident in terms of what I need to work on.
Yeah.
It's very simple. I just need to go and practice it.
Yeah, exactly. And you've shown you're starting to trust the ground, which is what it's all about. For anyone suffering with the anxiety around the greens, once you start trusting the ground, you'll rewire yourself and you can fix yourself really quickly. But it all begins with technique, doesn't it?
Amazing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learned something yourself. Dan, so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolute pleasure. It's been great to see you again.
And you're a very busy man.
Yeah, no,
high demand.
Pleasure. No, I've enjoyed it. All right, good stuff.